Hey y'all, it's your girl SeekretD. We gonna drive and chat. So I feel like I've had this conversation before, but y'all know I have hundreds of videos, and I'm sure this topic is way back when. So let's talk about it again. Now, the reason I want to discuss it is because I saw a video or something. I saw something, and it's co-signed, and it always makes me feel some type of way when I see things like this because I always feel bad. And it's like it said something like, women don't care about if a man is not doing well, feeling well, or something like that, not happy, or how a man feels, or something like that. Essentially, that woman does not care how a man feels, is doing, etc., until it affects her. Okay, I remember. So the video was of a woman basically saying that she's been living with this man, I think she said for 2 years or 4 years, something like that. They have 2 kids together. I know that for a fact. They have 2 daughters, and she basically said that one day this man left the house. She left the house. I'm sorry, y'all, but she left the house. She went to work, and dude basically hit her up like something along the lines of, "This isn't working," something like that, and then kind of ghosted her. And long story short, she went home. All his shit was out of the apartment. He left like a little bit of stuff, but he literally moved out while she went to work. Didn't give her any examples. She said any indication. She said, the time leading up to it was essentially the same. I love you, I'm gonna kiss you, everything's okay. But she had no clue that he was so unhappy. And she didn't see any signs. Now, the caption said something like, "Oh, women don't care about how men feel until it affects them." Now, I hate that narrative, and I do wholeheartedly understand that a lot of men feel this way. And I hate to be the one to say women too, because I don't like when people do that in arguments. It's like, "Oh, women too." But the thing is that this goes with both genders. And this is the problem in this situation. I feel like people expect people to be mind readers, right? So I can't read your mind to know that this is still bothering you, or this is bothering you, or whatever. And here's the kicker. People always say, "Oh, well, I'm sure they discussed it already. I'm sure it was discussed. Right? So my thing is this. If you're really not happy, why not have a conversation? Especially if you're living with somebody, y'all have kids together. You just really gonna wait for them to go to work and then come home to an empty house? That's wild. You can't give them a benefit of doubt. You know what? This is not working. I think we should go our separate ways. That's the adult thing to do, because we're adults. I believe she said she was in her 30s. I don't remember exactly, but I'm almost positive adult. They got 2 kids, so we're adulting here, okay? So my thing is this. I don't think anybody should be made to read a mind, but I do know in past relationships, I dated someone, and he essentially said that he had issues with me, and he felt like they weren't improving, and so he just stopped telling me that they weren't improving, and he just stayed quiet about it, right? And then with this, he basically said that, that's why I thought everything was okay. I didn't think everything was okay. I didn't care if everything was okay, because I was essentially done with the relationship anyway. So again, this is one of those things where we both were kind of like expecting people to read our minds. Well, I wasn't. I was just kind of waiting for the right time to be like, peace out. And I actually did it the day of our anniversary. But yeah, so honestly, I really feel like people need to take accountability for being an adult and acting like an adult, and not just saying, "Oh, women don't care." It's one thing if you express your feelings and it's blatantly ignored, and the person just doesn't care, or doesn't make an effort, or makes you feel like they don't care, or what have you. And it's another thing to expect me to just know. Like if you're at the point where you're like, "Okay, I'm done, it's over," then you should say that. You're welcome. you should just say that. You know what I mean? You should 100% be like, listen, this is not going to work. I'm going to move out. I'm really not trying to talk about it because clearly you're not. And just be gone. So that's how I feel. Y'all can chime in and let me know how you feel about it. Y'all not be going off on tangents. I hope that was like a clear conversation for y'all. But yeah, later.